Hey guys, Lissamakesmagick, and I'm back with another installment to my Stretching 101 series, and this is about flares. I'm going to start off with non-flared, which looks like this. It's just a plug that has no flares. Looks like this. It usually comes with 2 O-rings that you can opt to wear or not. The easiest way to put these in is to leave 1 O-ring on, push it through, and then put the other O-ring on. These are really great for stretching because you can push a taper through, whatnot. You can tape on them really super easily, etc, etc. They're great for dead stretching as well if you are choosing to dead stretch. These are really good for that. So that's a no flare. From no flare you go to single flare, if I can find a single flare one. This is a single flare. It has a flare at the front, which just means that you don't need to put an O-ring on the front, it'll keep itself in. And then the back has an O-ring. Again, these are great for stretching because you can just follow through with a taper, etc. And ones with hollow backs like this are really great for taping because you can tuck the excess tape into the hollow part or into the tunnel part, etc. Then you have the double flare, which you can have really large flares. Like on this plug, the flares were so big I couldn't get them in until I stretched to the next size, actually. You know, big flares. You can have really small and subtle flares. Even smaller flares, which is just called kind of a saddle kind of a plug. And then you can have this awkward wearing space. It looks like this. It's considered double flared as well. A double flared plug is designed to stay in your ear without the help of O-rings, which is great for people like me who lose O-rings like nobody's business. I have so many pairs of plugs that no longer have O-rings, which is why most companies will offer you free O-rings once you've hit a certain price point on their website. I'm wearing double flare plugs right now. They just sit in your ears really nicely. They are not for fresh stretched ears. You will hurt yourself getting them in. The easiest way to get a double flare plug in is like so. You can opt to lubricate your ear. I have tape on my plug, so I am going to put lubricant on my ear and on the plug if you so wish. Now, what you do is make sure there's no hair in it because that's bad. Set the plug onto your lower part of your earlobe and anchor it with your thumb. Then press down from the top and use both thumbs to go like that around the back. So this is the plug, and you're just working your fingers around it, which will work your earlobe around the plug, and then you can just give it a few turns to make it settle into the right space. There are plugs that I'm pretty sure they're called Mayan plugs. The flares are really large, which will make your ears look like up here like they're stretched to a quite larger size. I know a lot of people who will wear flared plugs, and then they'll stretch with non-flared plugs, and they're like, my ears look smaller than they were at the other size. It's just because of the flare. I'm going to show you with a pair of plugs. This is a 7/16 plug, and this is a 1/2 inch plug. They're both single flared. The flare on the front of this one is the same size as a 1/2 inch. So it makes your ear look like it's appear as if it's stretched to a 1/2 inch. And on the 1/2 inch, it is the same size as the back of a 5/8. So that's why that is. And sometimes, most of the time, single flare plugs will have a larger flare than a double flared plug. These are the same size plugs. I promise you, this is a 1/2 inch, this is a 1/2 inch. The reason for that is this, the double flare plug, both flares need to be able to fit through your ear so that you can put your plugs in easily. With a single flare, you're not putting it in through this side. Usually you don't anyway. So they can make that as big as they want to make your ears look as big as you want and give you that illusion. And then, this isn't really along the lines of being flared, but then you have jewelry that'll be like a 16 gauge, usually smaller sizes. If I could get to this would be so amazing. And they have this big piece. They're called faux plugs. They have them for normal sized ear piercings and for smaller stretched ears. The purpose of it is to make your ears look bigger so that you don't, I don't know, so you can compete with your friends. I think it's a stupid idea, but they do look nice in your ears. Obviously, I own one. I was wearing it and piercing all the way. I had all the way up there, so there's that. Then there's the different types of plugs that you can put into your ears, as far as you have the non-flare, the single flare, the double flare, the faux. You have circular barbells, captive bead rings, which look like this. You have straight barbells, and then you have screw-on styles like this. It's an actual plug, but the backs screw on and off, etc., etc. So that is all about flares and different. There's also they're like double flare, but the front of them will be like humongous and the back of them is rounded, and it makes them a lot easier to get in your ear. I don't have my example of that with me. Shame on me, it's at my sister's house. But yeah, that's all I'm going to include in this video. I'm probably not going to be making any more tonight. Tomorrow I will make a video on how to get captive bead rings in, which I don't have the proper tools to do, but I'll show you how to do it using what I have. And what else? And a bunch of other fun stuff. There's still a lot of things that I have to talk about. So until next time, I hope you have learned something from this video. I'm specifically making these videos for my friend Phil, who's going to be stretching his ears. He's moving to Florida, so he won't have me readily available, so I'm making him some videos that he can... My dog is really weird. I think my cat's escaping through the window. So he won't have me readily available to help him stretch his ears. Sorry, I'm making sure he didn't get out. Won't have me readily available, so I'm making him some videos to help him along the process so he doesn't have to call me every single time he wants to stretch his ears. So until next time, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye!